Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Antz. We are back in Empires of the Undergrowth, and there is some exciting news. So all of the beta stuff that I've been playing over the last couple of months, I think, really, isn't it? So the AI colonies in free play, the new free play setup menu, which we could just take a quick look at there, which looks something like that with all the AI and everything like that. The new levels, including the level we tried and failed last time to do, but we're working on it. That's all been released into the full early access version of the game. So you no longer need to join the beta branch. You no longer need the password to get into that. Everyone can now get that automatically updated. It also means, of course, the other platforms, the Itch and the also Epic Games now. This Empires of the Undergrowth is now available on Epic Games as well. So if you do prefer to use Epic, it is available on there for you to purchase at any point. Or if you're just a massive fan and want to buy the game again to show Slug Disco a little support, you can do that as well if you wish. That's entirely up to you. I can't tell you what to do with your money. So obviously, last time we had a go at doing not the battle arena. Let's get out of that. Last time we had a go at doing the new level Excavators, which is the big map with lots of pockets on food entirely underground, and then the mole crickets which slowly burrow their way through from the edge of the map down towards your queen in the middle, opening up all the enemies as they go. So if they get all the way to you, it's going to look bad, and if you go too quickly towards them and open up enemy areas which are too tough for you to deal with, it's going to look bad, as we found out last time. So we're going to have another go at that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, not be quite as sucky. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. So we've already got a few workers set over here, so we're just going to expand that straight away and get that going up to the full 7. So we have those good to go. We can then start getting them to go and gather some of this food. This will be the next one over here. Let's just think what we need to do here. If we just do this over here, turn that into a 7 over there, and then here, do we want to do it? I think we'll do it there, and we'll leave that as a bit of an extra space. Right. So already starting to fill up on food a little bit. There is a little bit of food just up here. So maybe we'll make this our food area up here. So we'll send the ones up in this direction straight away. We'll get another. We don't have quite enough at the moment. We will get another one momentarily. There we go. We'll add those to the scavenging group. We'll get some food. We need to open this up a bit, don't we? Let's open this up. We'll make this our food store, like I say. So we'll just dig it out nice and large. And then off the food store, I think, we'll come down here to this over here. We'll pop down some food. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Do that nice and early, because people do complain that I do take my time doing the food, that I don't have enough food stores anywhere near quickly enough. So there you go. That is for you guys. So there's a bit down here as well. We can come off of there to do that. That's going to work out quite nicely. Any other free food sources? I saw one over here, and we'll come off of here to get to that. And there's a little bit down here as well, and for that one we'll dig across there. Right, so that looks like that's going to be all of our free food sources. Let's get a couple more of these down. So I think we've dug into all of the free food areas now, haven't we? Looks like it. I can't see anything else standing out. So we need to get down as many of these as possible, really. Get the ones going down there. In fact, what I might do is just immediately split them into 2 groups. Because the ones aren't going to take very long there anyway. They're going to smash through that in no time at all. So let's get another one down, and then we can get one more down. And then we can turn this into our ranged area once we get enough food. So the ones can come down here as well, because they've cleared all of that out, haven't they? So our first mole cricket has just arrived. That's what the little yellow marker shows up there. So if we come up here, this exclamation mark, I'm guessing, will start moving very soon to show the mole cricket is working his way through the nest. So as I say, the way it works, there are little chambers here where the enemies and the food stores are, and then the mole cricket burrows down into the nest, or in fact comes from the side, I think. and then slowly burrows their way through. So they'll actually open up. So this mole cricket could come down here. So it's going to open up those enemies. It's going to open up these enemies. It's going to open up these enemies and then these enemies. So if you just ignore them and then they burst through here, they will just have a plethora of enemies on their tails, following them down, and it would destroy you if you left it too long. And also, of course, the other side of that is you do need the food. You need the food from these other sources. So you can't leave it too long before you go and actually start digging your way through to certain areas. Right, so it looks like all of that food's gone, so we're now going to have to start working our way towards other food sources. We'll start off with the small exclamation marks. This looks like it could be a pretty good route to take. It's all small exclamation marks down there. Obviously, we're not heading towards the mole cricket. Oh, there's one which is actually frustratingly close there. Look, we're going to have to head up there next.
The battle has begun.
So we'll deal with this guy first. I'm going to turn off the food. No, I'm not going to turn off the food gathering, actually. So where was that mole cricket? He's there, and he's coming rapidly as well. So let's open up this area. He really is storming. I mean, that must all be open up there. He's not digging through that fast, is he? Because he's gonna be here by the time we get there. So we do have a little bit of food, obviously, but I did want to just try and get that cricket opened up before he breached his way in. So this is what I mean. He's dragging all these other enemies with him, look. Luckily, there's not too much up there. And we should be able to take care of him. We're doing it. Yeah, the range guys are going to make short work of him. That has worked out just great for us. So let's start sending the 2s up there just to do a bit of food gathering. In fact, no, the 1s are struggling. So where did I just see the other one appear? He was up here, was he? Oh, I can't see him. Maybe he wasn't there. Was he up here? Well, I hope not. That's going to be horrible. Oh, there's one all the way up there. So is there a nice, easy route if we dig all the way over there? Which could be a little bit of a pain, actually. Oop, food stores are full. We do need to keep an eye on that, really, if we can. Let's dig out some more of this. We don't really want to go too far in that direction, as in over here. I think in the first instance we're going to come down here. And that's what we're going to do. And then we'll start getting some medias down over here. And we need to pick a place for our majors. Maybe just off the food store here. Maybe we'll do that. So this isn't going to be too bad. In fact, no, I've just done the 1s. I want to keep the 1s going up there. Gathering that lovely food for us. And the 2s we're going to send down there en masse. They'll take care of those in no time at all. Just like that. And we'll send them down there on a quick little food gathering session. And now there's a few options for us. This looks like it could be a good area for food, actually. Obviously, they're all taking the food back at the moment, so they're not really in the best place to just go gathering food. If we try now, let's get another media down. In fact, let's add the media to the attack group, shall we? That'd probably help. We do need to start thinking fairly quickly about getting some more nursery workers down as well, the more this grows, in probably 2 different groups. So we are going to need to think about other areas. In fact, we could just do it off this, couldn't we? If we just do like that.
The battle has begun.
In fact, no, we'll have to do it like there, so they've both got room to expand. Let's actually get that dug out while we're here. So the 2s can go and take care of that. I've just noticed our food stores have got full. So in fact, we never did make more food. We dug some more space out and then we didn't do anything else. So let's do that. Oh, no, let's not do that. Let's grab a little bit of food while we're down there, lads. A little bit of food while we're down there. So they're now 2 up in this corner working their way down. But I'm quite enjoying this area, to be honest. There is lots of what looks like easy to achieve food, which in this early stages of the game really, really is what we're after. Oh, that's a little close to that food, so it's going to butt up against it if we... Alan's going to butt up against that if we do 19 there as well. It's a bit frustrating, but we'll survive. Are the 2s on the way? Yes, we've got our medias as well. And should we just start digging this out straight away? We're probably going to head towards some whip spiders, I imagine, fairly soon. I might turn the food gathering off for the 2s momentarily. Just because that was a little bit of a struggle, just because we didn't have the numbers around. So now we've got a little bit more of a force with us. A few melees to keep them busy, and then the range to deal all the damage. Wonderful. Let's turn their food gathering back on. Let's get that finished off, and then let's think about where we're going to put our mages then. So they're going to go there, but that's going to open up that. We don't really want that, do we, if we can help it? Maybe that's just the way it goes. Or we do it like here. It's a little bit of a further walk, which I'd like to try and avoid, but... is what it is, I suppose. Is what it is. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And if they can get that done fairly quickly as well. In fact, what I will do, while I've got a good chunk of food, so I will get... let's not do that one. Another 7 worker ants down. And they will become... they'll just get added to the nursery pile, which isn't going to matter so much at the moment. But certainly... soon enough, we are going to start struggling a little bit more with a lot more enemies taking care of us. Or not, hopefully, as the case may be. So let's go on a little bit of a food gathering. So the ones have actually finished up there. So start setting the ones down here. Let's start digging some of this space out. In fact, if we can just send the 2s up there to get that last little bit of food. Add the mages to the group. So it's unfortunately media that's going to pick that up rather than one of the smaller melee black ants. But that's fine. We can survive with that, I suppose. Got a few more coming to join the party. Yes. Let's head in there, deal with those. Let's just immediately start digging out the rest of it, really, as well, as soon as we can. Let's turn off the food gathering for the 2s for now. Well, this one's actually coming this way, so we could actually go and get that one whilst we're down here. That could make sense. Let's get another army ant down. The ones are finished down there, so we could start saying the ones together. They might get caught in a little bit of the battlegrounds. And one's there straight away to dig out, which is great. Is he going to survive again? He is going to survive again. That's perfect. Just makes this as fast as possible. And we're about to open up the mole cricket just imminently. Imminently. Oh, but our little worker ant down here died, so we are going to have to wait for another worker ant to make their way over. So they're getting there, but they're pretty slow. They're not coming down too fast. Not like that first one from that route. And there is the mole cricket. Now, there isn't really a good place to try and take them out. We could have maybe opened up this area a bit and done that, but we'll see how this goes. So let's send them all down there and just get all of their food. In fact, we'll leave the ones there. Leave all of their food gathering on. For the moment, we'll add the additional nursery workers to the food gathering group. We'll upgrade a few of the food stores just to make sure we have enough space and capacity there. So we'll let them just go and do a bit of food gathering for a moment. Is there anything else down this way? Oh, there is this bit down here, look, which is also sort of smaller enemies. So we will go for that. First things first, let's get another army ant down. In fact, let's get another one down because we'll get the food in quick enough, I think. So the ones are done up there. So what I'll do now is I'll swap those over. I'll bring the 2s over here and I'll start digging out this route to get to this food down here. We won't go over there yet where the slightly bigger exclamations marks are. We'll stick with the smaller ones for now. And then we shall wait for a little worker ant to arrive. This could be, or one of those has got to be the digger ant, hasn't it? So we're now 3 mole crickets over there, so we do have to be a little careful. We'll have to keep an eye on them and see how close they get. So the ones are working their way through that food, which is great. We're digging our way through here now. Yeah, this is all easy money, isn't it? It's great. It is great. Unfortunately, the worker didn't survive. It's a bit of a pain, but there we go. So I'm going to turn off the 2's food gathering, because I noticed I've just lost a lot of them to the food. And so what I'm doing now is I'm just trying to keep these workers nearby by telling them to dig and then to stop digging, just to give some of the 2 group a chance to catch up. We've got 4 mole crickets around now. That'll do. We've even got a major down there. We've got 3 majors down there. Where are you going? Where are you going? He dug out the one, then he just ran away. Why are they ignoring that piece of food, I wonder? So the ones are basically done. There's a tiny bit of food up there. We'll send them there. Just to grab that little bit. And then we'll start sending them down here. And this will be the end of this little food run then. And we're going to need to start thinking pretty quick sharpish about these 2 mole crickets, because they're going to meet, almost certainly going to meet up before we actually get to them. Oh, why did I do that? I didn't want to do that. Unless they've got all that food, or they have. That's fine then. We did want to do that. So we may as well dig all the way through here. Turn the 2's food gathering off again. I'm assuming there's a fairly steady... Yeah, there will be alright. Don't need to worry about pausing the digging too much, I don't think. So this was the tiny whip spiders.
The battle has begun.
So what I'm doing there is I'm just trying to create a bit of a chamber here before this guy gets here, where we can take out the mole cricket a little bit easier and surround them, rather than this kind of close quarters combat where we're struggling a little bit more to get maximum damage down. So you may as well, if you're there, start digging through that. There are now 5 mole crickets. So let's actually not bother with digging now, because he's going to be here any minute anyway. So in the meantime, what we will do is we'll put down that last army major. And then we shall just wait. Oh, I mean, it's taken a while. If we can get a worker there before he gets here, then why not, right? He might actually come down here by the look of it. Because whereabouts on the exclamation mark is he? Is he at the bottom or is he at the top? Is he in the middle? If he's at the bottom, he's going to come down this route. So any second now, he should breach through. And I've never seen an enemy breach through into our nest by digging, apart from obviously when they drop down from the ceiling in the challenge level earlier on. There we go. There we go. How cool was that? And as I said, he's brought all his little friends with him as well, which is a bit of a pain.
Fight.
And he might have brought... another mole cricket somewhere. Where's the other mole cricket? There he is. So he is very close. We actually will start digging through to him then. I'm not going to get them gathering the food quite yet. I'm assuming the ones are done down here. They are, yes. So let's just bring the ones back to home base for now. In fact, we could bring the ones there. That should be pretty safe, shouldn't it? And again, we'll wait for the mole cricket to make his way into this battle arena we've created. So we're making pretty short work of the whip spiders. And where's this one? He's up there. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to just do a very quick food run. Just get everyone gathering food. And are there any? We could work our way up there. That looks like the first few maybe look a little easier. What have we got up here? Nope. There's no real easy sources of food. Maybe this route here? If we go up there, that might be a bit of an easier source of food. Right, let's start. I might just increase the numbers of the ranged ants, actually. Because we have plenty of melee ants. We have plenty of melee ants. We may as well join these two food stores. Oh, no one's actually going to use the center path for anything. I'm glad they did go down there. I was wondering if I'd have to specifically tell them to go into that little nook. But they are doing it anyway, which is great. Just great. What I think we'll do here is we'll dig out a little chamber here. Ready to fight this guy in. And whatever he's bringing with him in those two enemies. And they are actually avoiding that one little bit of food that's left there. So maybe we'll send... Well, they don't want it. They don't want it. Alright, fair enough. Weird. So that is 19 ranged ants, which is just perfect for us. Just perfect. And I think what we'll do is we'll start upgrading the ranged ants. And we won't worry about the rest of them for the moment. We've almost actually finished getting all this food. So assuming they pick up that last little bit, which they have, we'll actually bring them back to this point as a little staging ground again. And then we're going to open up that. We're going to put one of those on the nursery group just in case this does. I don't know what. I don't think they'll be too big, whatever they are. But we don't want to risk anything crazy. Oh, they're pretty tough. They're pretty tough. So whilst they're fighting, we'll start upgrading some of these ranged guys. Which I hope will give us a slight advantage if any of these are the upgraded ones which have made their way up here. So the mole cricket is down. One of those beetles are down. And the other one's down. Perfect. So the ones are looking for something to do, so they can go over there and get that bit of food we didn't get there. We can start digging through to this sort of easier food source, which is also going to lead us towards this cricket. Yes, just about going to lead us to that cricket, so that's fine. And then there's another one up here somewhere, did they say? Right up in that corner still. Yes, he's still working his way down.
The ants must fight.
And fight they will. Okay, so we're going to head up here. Maybe even down there. and try and head him off. That could be quite good, actually, if we can manage that. That could work out quite well. Let's turn off the food gathering of the 2s for now. The 1s are still going. We'll add the 1s to the other ones to the gather group. Now, I can't remember last time how many crickets I actually got rid of. But I'm hoping I'm doing a bit better here. Let's get our first level 3 ranged ant. Where's this mole cricket? He's just there. So we might be able to swing down and take out whatever's there. We do have a fairly sizable force, particularly as we're upgrading these ranged guys as well. I think we have a fairly good force. I think working our way down here into this easy area with the smaller enemy straight away before worrying about the mole cricket, I think that was a fantastic idea. I think that really, really helped us out. Just gave us all of that extra food without having to worry about...
The ants must fight.
Worry about taking on any of the larger enemies early on. The 1s, I'm guessing, are completely done. Of course they are. Of course they are. But they can start heading down here and getting some of the food which is down this way, whilst we await our little tunnel digger. There he is.
The ants will fight to the death.
Oh, they took out both of the workers. I was really hoping one would survive so we could just carry on. Oh, one did survive. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. So that mole cricket's now down there. We do have, though, a nice sizable force. Although it has opened up absolutely everything at once, which is less good. Less good for us. But we do have some level 3 ranged ants around. Can we get a couple more in while we're... Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Food's quite low, isn't it? Oh, I definitely shouldn't have done that. Bring everyone back. They're not going to come back. They're not going to come back. Okay, well, we're not doing too bad.
The colony is starving. There is not enough food to feed the new brood.
Okay, right, everyone, no. Everyone hold up. The 1s as well, actually, because we're sending those to their deaths. No, I was going to tell everyone to hold back, but they're all just piling forward anyway to the earlier pheromone marker. So we'll just carry on. It's not the greatest plan in the world. But we made it. I'm going to turn on the food gathering of the 2s, because we're going to need that extra force. We're going to put those into the nursery group to make sure that the food gathering goes ahead. So that's the first time I've just been a little bit overly cocky. And it almost worked very drastically against us. But we managed to bully our way through it. There's a little bit of food up there if one of the 1s can grab that. Merci. So yeah, we'll leave everyone on food gathering for the moment just to make sure we do get as much as possible. No other easy food sources off of that I can see. What is this? This is mediums. That might be where we sort of start heading next to build up our resources a bit more then. And then these 2 pockets here are pretty tough, so we don't really want to worry about that at all yet, do we? Food stores are looking great, so let's get some more of these upgraded. In fact, let's upgrade some of the food stores.
Done all they can to improve these food stores.
Increase that a little bit, and then we'll upgrade some of these. We're going to need some movement tiles as well, aren't we? So let's get some movement tiles all around the Queen. To give us a little bonus, a little tiny bonus. And we've pretty much gathered all of the food now, so maybe then we will start heading up here. Before we worry about the other mole crickets, let's bring the 1s back there. Before we start worrying about the other mole crickets, oh, I've done it again. Let's see if we can get some more food supplies on the go. Oh, it's a little hermit crab. We should decimate him just through numbers more than anything. So is this all going to be little hermit crab territory? We should be able to get this one, maybe this one fairly simply. Might avoid the bigger exclamation marks for the moment. So we start bringing the ones in there. Because I'm assuming, yeah, that's all empty down there. Perfect. So this one is probably going to be the next one that makes its way down. So if we can get our forces improved in time for him. Look at that splash damage from the ranged guys now. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Just pile them all in there. Are we going to be able to do this one? We might not be able to get the full 19. Let's find out. So there are 4 crabs there, which is, you know, a bit more of a problem, but that splash damage is doing what it's supposed to do. Send the ones a little further up, and we'll start digging out this way next. And there's our first mole cricket from the very bottom. So we must be doing better than last. Assuming the mole crickets come in the same order, we must be doing better than previous, because that's the first time we've had a mole cricket appear at the bottom. And a couple more crabs, and then we'll probably leave that there. Although I don't know, we do have a pretty sizable force, don't we? Is it worth... We do have a bit of time. Maybe we will see how this goes if we open this up. So I've increased the size of the food gather group. Didn't the one not just start digging that out? Did he just grab some food and run away? Is that what happened there? So if you're not aware, the reason that I'm just clicking and constantly putting down the pheromone marker for the 2s whilst I'm waiting for stuff to be dug out is to make sure that the ants stay there. If you just leave a pheromone marker there and leave it, what used to happen, there have been some changes to the pheromone marker, so it may be different now, but what used to happen was the ants would go there, they would gather there for a little while, and then once they've realised that nothing's going to happen, you start seeing them wander back to the home nest towards the queen and then making their way back again. So it can be quite helpful to just click around a little bit absent-mindedly just to make sure they do stay on track. So we are going to be able to get this one, which is good. Good. So that is a full set of 19 upgraded ranged ants. We'll work on the black ants next. We've got the 2s on food gather at the moment just to make sure we can grab as much of this as possible. The ones we'll send down there. Obviously, we've got loads of food coming in, which is just great. So that's immediately up to 19 black ants here. This one here is really starting to make his way down now. Where is he? He's there. So we are going to start thinking about probably opening up this one fairly soon, just so we don't have to deal with whatever's there, and there all at once, because we're already going to have to do most of them. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? No, idiot. Try that again, shall we? That's not ideal. Not ideal at all. Right, so let's bring the 2s over here. And let's open up this and let's see what's going to happen when we do that. Nothing pleasant, I suspect. Let's add them to the nursery group. Bring the ones back center stage anyway. Ooh, spiny crickets.
The ants must defend themselves.
Large, spiny crickets. They've got caught in the corridor. And we're pretty much decimating them. So, yeah, my any fears were sort of resolved with that. So maybe we'll just... Oh, I don't know. Let's do that. Let's do that. So let's hold the 2s back here, if we can, guys. You guys, if you don't mind coming back. If you can leave that foreman marker, make your way down here. Still 20 of you there. If you could just, you know, make your way back a little bit. 19, come here, please. 18. There we go. They've decided finally to leave that pheromone marker. And then we'll try to... Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot at once. Oh, because it's opened up everything and they were all piled right there ready to go. Ah. This is going to go very badly for us. Very badly indeed. In fact, what I'm going to do, if I can, is tell all of the 2s to actually hold back a little bit. Give a chance for everyone to regroup. Get them all closer to the nest, so if they do need to hatch again... They haven't got as far to run. So the crickets are destroying our melee ants, but the ranged ants are destroying them. So it's worked out. It's not brilliant, but it's worked out all right. Let's turn the food gather on for the 2s, and they just have to pick it up and drop it exactly where they are. And then the 1s, well, they're going to have a field day. They've got so much food to get up there. In fact, let's tell them to go to the furthest bits first. I'm assuming everyone's numbers are back to normal. How are we doing? Yeah, everyone's numbers are back to normal, so let's stick those in that gather group as well. Start upgrading these black ants, because food is just obviously out of control at the moment. I mean, we've just, yeah, that's a huge amount of upgrades to get just immediately. So they've gathered all of that food. Now, I'm going to send the 2s up there as well, I think, on the food gathering. And maybe we'll take out these other 2 areas as well. Because we've got a little bit of time to... But you can see what I mean by waiting too long to engage the mole crickets. You just bring all of the enemies from that area with you at the same time. Which was very, very nearly an absolute disaster for us. So this guy's probably next. We're going to want to start coming down here, I guess, to take care of him. That's all of those upgraded. Wonderful. Where are the meteors? They are... Oh yeah, we're going to have to join all of these together, unfortunately, aren't we? Which is a bit of a shame, but is what it is. And obviously that's going to take a little bit longer in terms of getting all the food together to do all of that as well. So I think right now then... It was here, wasn't it? Where's the mole cricket? There it is. Yeah, so we want to come... In fact, it's here. So we're going to open up this. And hopefully take on whatever's there here. It doesn't look too bad. But I think that's probably the better option rather than trying to get the other little bit of food which is up in the side there. We'll worry about that a little bit later on. Turn the food gather off for the 2s, because that's a fairly sizable force of enemies.
Has begun.
But again, our ranged guys should decimate that, hopefully. Yep. So I'm going to turn on the food gather for the 2s so they do harvest these guys as quick as possible. Just because certainly the way it works in the free play and everything is when you have enemy food sources, that food will disappear if you don't harvest it quick enough. So let's try and keep on top of that. Make sure we have enough... enough ants on that to make sure that's all gathered. There's a little bit of food up there, you guys. You can head up there. And then you can head down there. So I'm going to turn off their food gather again, and then we're going to send them down here. Which means the ones are actually pretty much done with this area then, aren't they? So, the food stores are also full. So we're going to add them to the nursery group. We're going to send them back there anyway. Should have had the twos backed up a little bit more. At least we can use this chamber to fight in. Because that has opened up
the battle.
Everything. That has opened up everything. Okay. Okay. So that's not too bad a spot. We've got a few tiles we can use to surround stuff. We've got lots of ranged guys there. Unlike the crickets, they weren't just there ready to attack us. They are staggered slightly, which is working definitely in our favour. I'm guessing that mole cricket's already... yeah, that mole cricket's already gone. So food gather on for them. Send the ones all the way down there, and we'll send them down there afterwards. Now, I didn't quite catch that... So who are we looking at? Maybe this guy next? And that's Crab Central, isn't it? So maybe we'll... Yeah. We'll take out this. Whatever happens to be in here.
The battle has begun.
And then we'll start going up to Crab Central. Have I got the full 19 medias? No, I don't. Lots of things dying, so I am going to send more things onto the... So that's probably sorted that out, so we'll now send more of the ones gathering food over there. We'll get the twos just to gather this cricket food. And we can start upgrading the medias. And then we'll start working our way towards the hermit crab. So they've almost got that food there. All gone. Turn off their food gather. Bring them back up to Crab Central. And we'll start digging out that. So where's the... In fact, he's going to bring all of them with him at once. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hermit crabs probably at once coming our way. So I might make a little bit of a bigger chamber for us to fight in, actually. Food stores are full already. They didn't dig out quite as much as I would have hoped of the fight chamber, but that's not too big a deal, I suppose. I would have liked to have got them out into the open a bit more, but is what it is. We'll let the range guys do their... Is the mole cricket down there? He must be. I can't quite see him. So yeah, there's some guys wandering off because they can't get close enough to actually fight them. Which is why I was trying to get them into the open a bit more, but hey-ho. Just in case they start killing a lot, we'll get the nursery group going a bit. In fact, we'll take 7 of them off again. That's a bit excessive. It's a bit excessive, that. So, of course, absolutely destroyed them. Turn the food gathering on for the twos again, just to get that food from those crickets. We'll send those there as well. Which will massively increase our food. Let's upgrade some of the food tiles.
These food stores.
Just because. Get our first level 3 media. We're going to need to put some speed tiles down here. We might need to actually get rid of these little bits here as well to make sure we can upgrade those, because yeah, they don't... Yeah, we're going to have to do that, aren't we? So let's do that. Our food stores are full because I just destroyed food stores, of course, that makes sense. Did I not just say delete those two? Am I going mad? Right, that should solve that little problem. How are we doing? Pretty much got them now. So the ones can go back down there. The twos... Well, actually, we need to dig out that, don't we? So, in fact, I might just send the twos up there. Just carry on gathering that food, because there's loads of food around.
The workers have done all they can to prepare this brood chamber.
And we're going to have to be... Yeah, these two down here are going to be a bit of a challenge. We can get rid of that and put another speed tile in. And then keep an eye on the next crickets, which are going to be problematic. So yeah, this one here I don't think we're going to be able to do, are we? A little frustrating. The other twos are all done there. Let's send them up there. The ones, I'm guessing, have not yet quite got all of the food along here. Oh, they're getting quite closer, but then there is a bunch more down there, I suppose, isn't there? So what are we looking at here? This guy, where is he? Where is he? Here? I cannot, for the life of me, see where that cricket is. But we are going to start working our way down there at some point, and that is, of course, Tiger Beetle Central, which was our downfall last time. But we do have a little bit of food up here, and there is also something to dig up here as well, so we'll get that bit. I didn't realise the ones had left that stuff over there. There's also these here, which could be quite useful for us to get quite soon. So how is this going? So if we do that one, yeah, we better get that one, but we're not going to be able to get that one unless we dig that one out and put a speed tile there. What will that do for us?
The ants will fight.
Yeah, not too worried about those. They're not going to pose much of a threat to us. So we can do that one, we can do that one, we can do that one, which will let us to do that one. Which allows us to do that one. Perfect. So we have got a full level 3 upgraded media army as well. Right, then, twos. Let's just send you down here for them. This guy's getting pretty close. That guy's getting pretty close. Let's start sending you up there. So that's pretty much, I think there are 7 mole crickets, well there are 7 mole crickets left, I think there are 6 mole crickets on the map, so we're getting pretty close to having all the mole crickets around. And he's going to burst through there any minute now, so let's keep the twos here. He's going to be bringing a lot of stuff with him. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Wasn't expecting 4 fully grown praying mantises. That has caught me slightly off guard. So they've taken out all of the melee ants. I'd love it if everyone didn't go running up there. I'd love it if everyone started coming back. Most of them have. We've got a good bit of food in the store. We've got all of the worker ants on egg duty. So this is closer to our nest. It's an open area. The workers should be doing what they're supposed to do. Food stores are okay. We need to wait for these all to grow again, which could be a slightly... That's going to be what? It's our downfall. There's only one left, is there? Two left? Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Just going to make sure all of the eggs are replenished before I think they are. So let's start sending those back to the food gathering. So they need to head down to there now. Obviously we've opened up a little bit of food up here as well. So let's start heading up there so the twos can get that. Oh, food stores are full. I was not anticipating that. Let's start getting 19 army majors on the go then. There's still food there for you guys to gather. I don't know why you're just all ignoring that. So I want to try and keep 500 food in store, really. Where's this mole cricket? Where is he? He's there. So if I can take those guys out next, that'll save me a little bit of... Someone can just dig through there. That'll save you some time. So if we can get hold of that food, they got all of that, I'm guessing. Yes. Stores are pretty much full again. Right, so if we bring the twos back here, and then let's open up this chamber. I moved that just so they had to go slightly further up before they could come down, rather than coming out and just basically beelining for our ants. Because these are going to be pretty tough, whatever's in here. But if we can get them before he comes through, because he's going to have opened up at the very least that one and that one, depending on how open it is inside. So I think all of the mole crickets are now in play. There are 6 left and there are 6 on the map. I think there was one down here I just saw pop up. Hermit crabs aren't too bad at all. Go for it, twos. One right over there. He's the last one. Is that a giant exclamation mark as well? Is that why there's no food down there? So you make sure you get the maximum time before you have to attack him. Okay. So I'm going to turn their food... Oh, I already had it off. I was going to say I'm going to turn the food gathering off, but that is already the situation. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to let someone open up that chamber. So I'm a little concerned this food might disappear before then. I'd also like all you guys to get out of there before he comes through. Come on. Come on, army ant. Why are you the only one left there? What is wrong? Oh my word. Okay, everyone start heading in. Start heading in. Jumping spiders aren't too bad. They'll die pretty quickly. They're just cannon fodder more than anything. Our numbers didn't seem to go down too much. They're going to start going down now, though. A lot of food there, so I'm going to turn their food gather on so we can get that going. The ones have almost done down there, actually. Food stores are looking great, so let's get some more army ants down. Let's just finish that off because we're going to have lots of food coming in anyway. Where's this guy? He is still miles away, but we do again need to get to him before the other ones get here. And I don't know actually where the other ones are. Oh, there's one just there, look. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right. So let's turn, in fact, no, let's leave that as is. Let's not dig through there yet. We'll just let him come while we gather food. That makes sense. And then these guys are getting very close, and they're going to bring a lot with them as well. That's going to be quite a challenge, actually. Quite a challenge. How are we doing, guys? We're basically done, are we? Just in case we can beat the mole cricket getting there, save a little bit of time. Yeah, this guy is going to be horrible because he is going to have brought so much with him. So much with him. Food stores are full, so let's upgrade some more of those. Oh, they've come through, so let's get ready. Ah, the spiders didn't allow us to breach through in the way we would have liked to, but no matter. Loads of things there. Can't quite see what it is, but there's lots there. So the ones are not currently gathering any food, so we'll send the ones up here. Because we have used all of our food, actually. Actually. Yeah, this one's going to be a massive... In fact, all three of these are going to be a massive problem. So we shouldn't... What we definitely shouldn't do is actually upgrade any more of the army ants. We should just leave all of this food we're going to get from this. And then start preparing this area here. Because he's only there. So if we dig out all of this, just make a huge chamber. Once we've got through a bunch of this food, I'll start moving the twos down here, and then we'll start thinking about maybe even opening this up early. But I want to make sure we get all this food first, so I'm going to leave the twos going for that.
The workers have done all
I will upgrade some of the food tiles. Just to make sure we do have lots of food in store. 1700 should be a nice tidy little number, shouldn't it? And then we're going to have to move both of these into the food gather groups. Sorry, into the nursery groups. This one I'm very concerned about as well. In fact, our food is full, so I will upgrade a couple of the army ants. Trying to just maximize the level 3s where we can. How's it going? There isn't much there, I don't think, is there? So let's start... Should we start bringing the 2s down? How are we going? He's getting close. Getting close. Lots of food just in the corridors as well. Oh, they're not gathering anything because they're full of food again, which I'm really surprised at. He's getting closer and closer. Inching his way. Closer and closer. Right. 2s down here. Start tunneling through that. In fact, maybe not until the 2s are here. Because they're a little way away. We don't want to go too crazy. That guy's getting closer and closer. He is going to be a problem. Definitely. But at least he's on his own, on the other hand. Oh, what we haven't done is that. Yeah, at least he's on his own. So he's not going to bring a lot of things with him. So maybe actually we'll try and take him out after this. So where's this one? He's there. So we've got a little bit of time till he makes his way through. As long as there's nothing too fast in here, it just comes herring out. Oh.
The battle has begun.
Oh, we did get bottlenecked. Okay, this is going to be interesting, because this is the sort of thing which destroyed us last time. In fact, a smaller number destroyed us last time. But the worker ants aren't going to get destroyed by them, because they're not having to work their way through this fight arena like they did last time. We've got lots of food in store, and we have a lot tougher ants around as well. All these level 3s that we never got to last time. Right. twos go food gathering. Ones also come down here. I'm going to give... I'm sure there are a lot of eggs to replenish, so I'll leave the other ones there for the moment. But we can get that food in as quick as possible. Quick, 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 quick. And I think we're going to go for that guy, because I think he will probably be here before that. And again, that's going to bring in so much with it. So again, just trying to maximise the level 3s. But then again, I suppose there's loads of food coming in. We don't have to be too careful with it, do we? Still a fair bit there. We're going to need a speed tile there. They're still going. It's basically done though, isn't it? So let's start bringing these guys here, because this guy's going to break through any minute now. So it is an Uber mole cricket. I don't think I've seen an Uber mole cricket before, so let's take a closer look, shall we? Where's the spinny button? There it is. An Uber mole cricket. It's actually too big for the full zoom look. He is absolutely gargantuan. Yeah, okay. So we do have a lot of ants. A lot of ants about to go and try and ruin his day. But yeah, not having taken one on before, I can only imagine they're going to be... Mainly the health, I think, is going to be the problem. They're going to have so much health. And also, the worker ants can't replenish the army ants. Because obviously he stood in the middle of their nest.
The ants must
Whoop!
defend themselves.
Where are you gone? So... He's a quick little thing, isn't he? His attacks seem a lot quicker than the normal mole ants. He's got some sort of ranged spinny attack as well. You can see the damage being done to our ants. But he is going down. 3,000 food! Oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh my. That's a lot of food. That is a vast amount of food. So much so that maybe we should think about upgrading some of these a little bit. Increase the size of those groups, because there's going to be a lot of food up for grabs here. And that will help us going forward a little bit as well. And then we'll start upgrading, so we're going to need movement tiles there. We'll start upgrading the rest of these army ants. So that's 19... We did use all of our food doing that, but we still have 1,800 food on him. So we now have 19 level 3 upgraded army ants. That is pretty good. Pretty good. I'm alright with that. I'm happy with that situation. And lots of food down here as well that a food gather group could go and get for us. If they were so inclined, you know. And how are we doing? He's there, so he's not far off breaking through. We might have a... Oh dear, where was that? Are any of those moving? There's something down here which looked very close to our tunnel structure. There. There he is. So he's going to work his way all the way up there, actually, so we probably will be okay there. I'm not too worried about that. Did he dig... Is he just really slow? Did he just dig all of that out? I assume that was already massively open and he just very slowly walked his way along there. Kind of terrifying. If you dug through there, he would have been in your base so much quicker. Yes, I think this one's going to be fine. He's going to work up the awkward way. We have lots and lots of food. So I think what we probably want to do is increase the ranged guys, right? if we get to a surplus again. So we're almost done with the mole cricket, so we'll bring these down here. And we'll do the same thing we did last time, I think. In fact, what I will do is, while we do have lots of ants and a little bit of time, is I will send everyone down on food gathering missions. Just so we can try and get these new range guys upgraded as quick as possible.
The workers have done all they can to prepare this
And
food chain.
continue to have a good surplus of food as well. That's the other thing, of course. So I'm just going to spend all of our food on this because I don't think we're in any immediate danger. So what's that got us up to? 29 ranged ants. That's not bad. He is making his way here. And they are absolutely destroying the food. They're gathering it so fast. Because there are so many of them. There's actually not as much food as I thought. I thought we'd be still... pretty much the top end of our food store. Whereas I think we're going to be lucky to hit 1,000, unfortunately. So we shall have to hope that is enough. We are going to hit 1,000, which is nice. I like how just decimated the top of the map looks now, with all these little tunnels working their way down towards our nest. So we'll wait for these guys to make their way back up there. Anyone who's got food can drop food off. So we're up to 1,200. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't think we're going to run out of food, are we, in the fight? Depends what the fight's bringing, I suppose. More tiger beetles, I think. Which is going to be not ideal. Not ideal for us. So the ones are still told to go down, so we need to tell those to come back. And I don't want to do anything until they do come back. I do want them to be in safety. I don't want them all getting decimated and then having no egg bearers around. So let's do this. 1,300 food, 86. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
The ants must fight.
Got bottlenecked again, which is definitely not ideal. And there are definitely more adult beetles here as well. But, that being said, again, those ranged guys are just destroying them, look. I'm just keeping an eye on numbers. We're down to 73 ants we went down to at one point, but numbers are climbing back up pretty steadily, and they're all gone. And they are all gone. Look at that. Destroyed them. Absolutely destroyed them. Now we've got all of this food to use as well. And only one mole cricket who's over here. Somewhere. Where is he? That thing? Yeah, but he can't come through this wall, so he's going to have to come maybe up here or all the way up there. So we have loads of time. Loads of time. Shall we increase our medias next? Just because we can. We can't do those two. Why can't we do those two? I thought that would all be fine. That's because I come one too far, is it? That's not going to do it, is it? Well, if we upgrade it, it might, actually. Actually. Yeah, there we go. And that'll let us do that one. Perfect. And then there's the black ants. Oh, the black ants. The army ants. Of course, there are the black ants as well. We haven't upgraded at the moment. Where is he? There he is. We've got a little bit of time. They're still trying to work through that food, actually. So in fact, I might just be crazy and do that, which I know is going to use up all of our currently available food, but there is so much down here as well. I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried at all. So we'll try and get these upgraded if we can. We'll let that food come trickling back in. We want to be at least over 1,000, because this guy, again, is going to be bringing with him... We can't really sneak in from behind. I suppose we could go in there. But he's going to be bringing all of these enemies with him when we open them up. And I don't know what's down there, but I'm also slightly concerned. It could be really horrible, you know. Never know and all that. Tiny little bits of food dotted around still. Don't know if we are going to get to upgrade the army ants, you know. Don't know if there's going to be quite enough food there. And we're probably fine, to be honest, aren't we? Where is he? He's down there. Where do we think he's going to come out? Here? If we go through here, if we make this our route in... We'll go in through there, which I think is where he's coming anyway, looking at his general trajectory. And that gives us this big old arena to use. So 1's there, 2's there. Yeah, we're not going to hit maximum, so I'm not going to upgrade the army ants. Well, I will start bringing them. I'm assuming they've already grabbed all of that. Well, they haven't actually, but... No major concern. There's only one bit of food there, so we can send the 1s down there to get that, should we wish. And then, let's open this up. Now, I have no idea.
The ants must fight.
Tiger beetles. That's what's down there. And because they're so fast again, we didn't... If I knew it's tiger beetles, we could have tried to head them off by leaving our ants in the middle. But what that does mean is there are 4 adult tiger beetles we now no longer need to deal with. Oh, look at the army ants, because they're all level 3s. They're buffing everything. That's amazing. So we'll just leave everyone in here for the next part of the fight when the mole cricket comes through. I'm just going to let them gather that food. And think about whether we can. We're going to have to do 1 or 2 upgrades, aren't we? And another one. And probably another one. I was hoping that'd get us to at least upgrade one of those to a 3, but that is not to be the case. So all of that food is now gone, so I'm just going to preempt this guy. We're going to dig straight into him. We're going to leave all the 2s down here. How many do we have? We have 103 in our army now. 19 black, 29 range, 26 media, and 29 army ant mages. That is a very formidable force. I know there's going to be a lot in here, but
The battle.
we're also in a really good arena for it, so we can surround them all now rather than fight them in the corridors. So I'm not expecting any trouble here whatsoever. Nope, it's done. It's done! There we go, look at that. Got there in the end. So it did take us a couple of attempts. We were a little bit cocky the first time. We opened up those tiger beetles way too early. It is one of those levels though where knowing which enemies are in each area, each segment, is massively beneficial. If you know the tiger beetles are all around the bottom, you don't touch the bottom until right towards the end of the game, because why would you? So that little bit of knowledge does help. And there we go. That is, I was going to say evacuator. Excavator. There we go. That is Excavator. Done on medium, finally. Oh, so as I said at the beginning, you can of course play all this as well now, regardless of your platform or where you've bought the game or anything like that. So the update is available to everyone, so get on there. Let me know how you do. Let me know what you think of the new levels and the new AI stuff. What I'll probably do next time we come back to Empires is actually do, because if you do, is it the other foot? I think it's if you do other foot now, at this point, after a couple of updates, you can unlock that formicarium of Antz and their layout and their upgrades to use in free play. So I think we'll probably do that next, just to get that up and running. If you do want to see anything else though, do let me know in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this final completion of Excavators. If you did, do hit the like button, that's always appreciated. Comment, subscribe, all those good things. And I will hopefully see you soon back in Empires of the Undergrowth. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.